Now, an affinity for ultralight pocket knives is nothing new. I love an ultralight pocket knife, and Benchmade really took it to the next level a few years ago with the release of the Bugout, giving us a pocket knife at under 2 ounces. Well, recently, SOG has followed suit, shooting obviously for that market and that market share of people who really like the sub 2 ounce range with their release of the SOG ALTAIR XR pocket knife in their ALTAIR series. I recently just did a review on the fixed blade. If you want to check that out, you can see the link in the description below this video. This pocket knife does have a lot going for it, but can it really dethrone its competition, which is obviously the Bugout? I'm going to hit that with you guys today, break it down for you, show pros, cons, and whether or not SOG has given us an ultralight alternative, or if it's better just to stick with Benchmade. So welcome back, everybody. I'm Aaron. This is Gideon's Tactical. And let's talk about weight. Right out of the gate, it's 1.9 ounces. But the really nice thing is that we're getting slightly over 3 inches of blade length, like 3.2, cutting edge is like 3.1 on the overall cutting edge. The full flat grind at 0.07 on the thickness means that this is ridiculously slicey. This is basically a 3-inch razor blade. It is so fine, so thin, so wicked. So for EDC slicing and piercing and penetrating, this will outperform the Benchmade Bugout in edge geometry and how thin the blade is. So if you're into that and that's what you want out of the pocket knife that's so light, stay tuned because it's not going to get a little bit better from there. The blade shape with an aggressive drop point is excellent. So you do have a little bit of belly, but you have a nice amount of piercing as well. On 154 cm steel, that is a great steel. It's not super premium in this day and age, but 20 years ago, it was like excellent top tier stainless steel. You're going to get good edge retention. You're going to get ease of resharpening in comparison to many other blades that are out there. This knife is made in Taiwan, so it's excellent to see SOG still making their products in Taiwan and not in other areas where the quality control may be very lacking that we know in that general area of the globe. Next up is the action. Check this out. It runs on ball bearings. If I just pull that lever back, it will literally coast, slide, like, I don't even know, greased pan level, greased lightning is what they should have named the deployment on this thing, because it is ridiculous. It is so smooth, so fast, decently structured as well, meaning there's very slight wobble side to side, but not much, and none up and down. That's on that XR locking mechanism, rated for 1,500 pounds. Got a crossbar, style is what it is, similar to like an Axis lock and those types. You get like pads, I guess, that are raised, easy to engage and grab, whip open, whip close, never even have to touch the thumb studs. The action is so fidgety. And actually, my son, GT Jr., who's starting to get into blades under supervision, loves this tool because of the ease of deployment. So particularly for young ones that you're starting to train in the use of knives, or like my wife, she just has a hard time manipulating large blades, large folders. This is very easy for her to manipulate as well. So very cool, ambidextrous, very functional on that level. That brings us into the pocket clip, which is a blacked out, loop over, ambidextrous, and rides very nicely. So super good on that. Now, something you may have noticed on this is there's no exterior hardware outside of the pivot. That is because the hardware is internal. There is some structure underneath this polymer handle. The handle is contoured. It's got some nice pocking texturing, good little guard, little hit of jimping, just feels really good in the hand for such a small, compact, lightweight blade. Now, it's by no means like going to be full and like, yeah, you can work with it for an hour and you're not going to notice it. It's thin, it's light, it's designed to do that, but it has liners inside, so there's better structure than some other ones out there. There's almost zero flex when I pinch, so I really like that. They were able to do structure with that. Now, going back to the fact that there's no hardware, if you are going to swap this ambidextrously, there is a single bolt inside the body. You have to go in there. It's, I believe, an Allen head, and you are then going to have to unscrew that, which will then disassemble the blade basically, and you can rotate the pocket clip. Or if for some reason you didn't want to do the pocket clip, they do offer a lanyard hole, because there's no lanyard hole as it is. You can remove the pocket clip and instead insert a polymer lanyard hole. And that's how you can carry it. The detent is excellent. So if you did want to throw it in a coin pocket, it would fit that very well. So those aspects are really well executed. I was very impressed with that. And then we do have a recessed blade tip. You're not going to accidentally nick that. It goes right in there. Excellently done and excellently executed. Again, lots of X's there. So it's really going to come down to price and competitive options. And guys, AdSense is kind of a joke around here for all of us content creators. So if you really want to help support the channel, it's super easy. When it comes time for a gear purchase, regardless if it's the blades we're talking about today or just gear in general, when you use the links in the description below this video to the affiliate networks I regularly partner with, as well as the sponsors of the content in these videos, that really does help me continue to do what I do, buy blades like this, and give you guys feedback so that you can make wise choices when it does come time to throw down your hard-earned money. So I always appreciate it when you use those hyperlinks when it's time to make a purchase. Now, a bug out you can get for about $165 made in America with S30V steel. This is going to go for $125 made in Taiwan with 154 cm steel. So you can save yourself, what is that? I'm trying to do the fast math here in my head, like 40 bucks. So that's not bad. And you're going to get more slicing performance and just crazy smooth action on the tool. The downside is the steel isn't as high performing as S30V, and it's, you know, just not made in America. So for some people, you love American made. There you go. That is something to consider. I would say if it was at like $100, it would be like, go get this tool. I love it. And it is a very high performing tool for the type of ultralight style that it's shooting for. You're really just going to have to determine for yourself, is that price point really worth what you're looking for, or is it better to go with those higher end materials that a bug out and blades like it would offer to you? But as a standalone tool, I think SOG actually did a really good job with this model. I can't really find anything wrong with it. There's rattle. That's just the way the XR lock is. So that's the only probably annoyance. It just, you know, probably makes it feel kind of cheap, but the density on the handles is really nice and actually gives you a little bit more dense feel than on the bug out from my experience. But as that standalone ultralight pocket knife, this does definitely compete with the bug out, and in some scenarios will outperform, and particularly in the blade geometry slicing performance. But I look forward to hearing from you guys. What's been your experience? What's your thoughts on this tool? Do you own one? How has it been performing for you? We've had it for about 6 months and it's been holding up great. And my son has now gravitated, has kind of claimed it as his pocket knife to use under supervision. So pretty cool to see that. And I look forward to hearing all the comments, all the thoughts. I invite you to check out the other video popping up and to subscribe if you haven't yet. And until next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.